Hi everybody, Patrick here from Engineering Shock Electronics, engineeringshock.com. This is the Project 31 video for the Arduino Epoch Learning Center, getting started with the Bluetooth transceiver, the HC-06, and the Roboremo app. Now, this video comes very late. Should have had it done a while ago, and as you can see, I don't have it on a tripod because I usually use my phone as a camera, but I need my phone for this video, and my tripod is not compatible with a certain video camera that I have, so you'll have to bear with me on this specific video, and I apologize. So right now I've got the HC-06 connected, and the instructions for setting up the user interface that I created using the Roboremo app, that is the instructions for installing that file that I'll be using, is in the project page, so follow those steps. I've only done this with my Samsung phone. I'm sure there's a way to do it with Apple phones. I'm just not aware. So unfortunately, I'm at a limitation there. I only have a Samsung phone. If you run into problems with the Roboremo app or anything like that, Instructables.com and YouTube, there's tons and tons of wonderful tutorials. There's so many things you can do with Roboremo. It's a wonderful free app. You can upgrade and pay a little bit more for some extra options, but I have the free version. And so as you can see, the HC-06 is blinking. I'm going to give you the demonstration of this for this project, and then I'm going to show you the hookups. But the hookups are outlined in the code sample. So I'm going to turn on my phone, and I'm going to open the Roboremo app. Here we go, Roboremo, and I'm going to disconnect. It popped up with my UI, or my user interface, already up. So first things first, I'm going to connect. If you don't have Bluetooth turned on your phone, it'll ask you if you want to turn Bluetooth on. I'm going to connect to Bluetooth. Now, what you'll need to do is search for, you'll have to go into your phone and search for Bluetooth devices, and it'll pick up the HC-06, and this is an important one. The HC-06 will have a code of 1234. So enter when it asks you for the code, before you can sync to it, it'll say you enter in 1234, no spaces, and you shouldn't have any problem coupling your phone to the HC-06 right here. Once it's coupled, here what'll come up is all of my devices that I've connected to with my phone, and I've got an Echo, I've got something here, I forget what it is, and I've got my HC-06. So I'm going to click HC-06, and I'll just select port 1. And it's going to wait, and once it's connected, my UI will pop up, and as you can see, it's no longer blinking. So for this video, I've got the relay connected. The relay is not doing anything. You can hear it click though. If I press relay 1, so on, off, on, off. I've got my second output connected to the red LED, and third to the yellow LED, and fourth to the green LED. So let's try the relay 2 button. Off, on, off. Relay 3 button, yellow LED. I'll turn the red one back on, I'll turn the yellow one back on, and I'll press the relay 4 button, which will turn the green LED on. Now I'll press clear all. And so I can still I'm just using a very simple interface. Now if I go to the menu button and I do edit UI, I can edit these buttons. So right now I think I've got each button set to, I want to go to set text? No, that's the name of the button. Sorry, it's been a while since I've used this. Press button, set button action, and as you can see, I've got this sending an N, a lowercase n, and that'll make more sense in the code. So when you press that button, it will send a character, which is an N. And in the code it says, when it receives data, it'll say, the code is like, if the received value is D, do this, or if it's G, do this, or if it's N, do that. So I can click on all of these buttons and see what the ID is essentially set for. And one of the challenges for you to make your own UI, and that's the great thing about Instructables and the Roboremo, I think there's a YouTube channel for it with tons and tons of options. So one of the challenges is to basically recreate this UI, make it a little prettier. This is the clear button, and essentially just do what I've done. Create your own UI to work with the code. And that some basic hints are in the challenges section. But it's very simple to quickly communicate on a very basic level with your Epoch. So I have the code for this UI in the projects page, and you basically just have to follow the instructions. The instructions are again meant for a Samsung phone, so if you have something else, I apologize, you'll have to probably dig a little bit deeper. But yeah, I've created this UI, I'm sharing it with you guys. You can upload it to your phone, you need to save it into the Roboremo folder. There's instructions, and then you should be able to, I want to try closing this, interface. So once you find, or once you have you've downloaded the file in the right spot, you can go to interface and you can select. And I think it should default to interface 0, but I think right now it's on 7 because I've got a different interface on 0. So if you can't find it, you just have to hunt through the 7 interfaces and it'll pop up as long as you have the file properly downloaded. So you select the interface, in this case it's 7, and the interface should pop up. You make sure that you're connected. Right now I am connected, so if you aren't connected, it will say connect as opposed to disconnect there. You can edit the UI that I've sent and play with it. I mean, that's half the fun of learning. I'll give you the tools you need to get started with this and, make this your own. Share your projects. So let's talk about how to set this up. I'm going to stop the camera for 1 second so I can unplug it. Now this camera is pretty brutal. I apologize for the awful quality. So what we're doing is I'll try to zoom in here. There are 2 Bluetooth headers labeled BP1 and BP2, and as you can see, the bottom 2 pins of this header are not used. We're going to connect the top, is that BP2? BP2, the left one, BP2, I'm so sorry, this is such a terrible view. The top pin of BP2, we're going to set that to connect that to GPIO 0 on chip A, and we'll connect BP3, the top pin of BP3, consarn it, to GPIO 1. So that's the communications with the HC-06. Now the HC-06, don't plug. I have to zoom back out. I'm sorry. Don't plug it in backwards. You plug it in backwards, say goodbye to your HC-06, and it's the most. It's one of the most expensive parts of the board. So you plug it in right here with the LED facing you. Now for the relay and the LEDs, GPIO 12 on pin A to the relay pin, GPIOs 11, 10, and 9 respectively to R LED, Y LED, and G LED. So red LED, yellow LED, and green LED. And that's it. You just need to follow the instructions, download the free Roboremo app, download and install the file that's available for you on the project page, and hopefully you don't run into too many problems. But again, if you do, the wonderful thing is that the internet exists. And while the internet isn't a wonderful thing all around, relative to education, it's pretty awesome. So thanks for watching. I hope to do more videos soon. I have been so swamped between work and other projects I've got going on that this has fallen to the wayside a little bit, which is sad because I love it so much. But my free time has gone from moderate to non-existent. I'm currently working on 2 new projects. One is the Butler, which I'll probably launch sometime in a Kickstarter campaign in 2021. It's basically an Arduino-based computer system that uses a keyboard to call all of the programs you want. It's got tons of features on it. It's going to be awesome. I hope to show it to you all soon. And I'm also working on a not a fingerprint scanner, a heart rate monitor circuit that logs your sleep and can interrupt your sleep if you're having a nightmare. It's just going to be a fun project that everyone will have access. If I put on Kickstarter, you'll have the opportunity to essentially experiment with your sleep, which can be a good thing, can be a bad thing, but I mean, I'm trying to design products that are educational and fun. Stuff that you can use on your own to do your own things, not just take my code. Anyway, I'm rambling on. Thanks for watching. Sorry for the quality of this video. I needed my phone, so thanks again for your patronage. This is the final block on the Epoch. and I do hope to create more videos in the future. It's just going to have to be when I have more free time. Take care of yourselves, everyone. Let's hope that 2021 is a better year for all of us. Thanks again for believing in the project, and I hope that you're having a lot of fun with the Epoch. Take care.